What it do, comic bros? It's your boy Super Duper Sean, and this is Power Comics, and I'm back with another video, man. Today we got some horrible news, man, because DC Comics might be on the move, church on the move, because I'm talking about Warner Brothers Discovery going up for sale, man. It is a fire sale. Everything must go. But is this rumors or is it true? Well, I got an article from Bleeding Cool that's going to address that, plus give y'all some insight on who's bidding on it, because it's all about that money at the end of the day for these billion-dollar companies. So I already feel like I've been talking too much. On Tuesday, Warner Brothers Discovery officially confirmed what had been rumbled about online and on social media over the past several months. Warner Brothers Discovery has been approached by multiple parties about possibly acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery as a whole or acquiring Warner Brothers. After the company split is complete, earlier this year, Warner Brothers announced that it would be splitting into two separate companies, Warner Brothers and Discovery Global. Warner Brothers will serve as the umbrella for film and streaming like DC Studios, as well as HBO and HBO Max, including international sports offering, DC Comics, Warner Brothers, games, tours, retails, and experiences, and studio production facilities. Heading into the announcement, there were already rumblings that players such as David Ellison, Skydance, Netflix, Comcast, NBC Universal were in the running. Rumors are that Skydance extended two offers, one reportedly at $20 a share, that were both rejected. Regarding what each is looking for, Skydance and Comcast NBC Universal are reportedly eyeing purchasing Warner Brothers Discovery outright, while Netflix is reportedly eyeing what Warner Brothers has to offer, especially with film and streaming. It should be noted that Netflix has been downplaying any interest it might have in Warner Brothers Discovery. It should also be noted that Netflix has also gone the detached interest route on other issues and ended up diving into them, like live streaming, sports, and getting into television streaming rights bidding. To be clear, there are a number of possibilities that could come into play over the next 6 months or so, and Warner Brothers Discovery made it clear in Tuesday's announcement that there is no guarantee that a deal will get made. First, we would prefer to have Warner Brothers Discovery remain its own entity, because multimedia cannibalism is never a good thing for the consumers. In the long run, having one or two companies controlling most of the IPs and nearly all of the access isn't the kind of setup that intends to inspire uniqueness and creativity. That said, if it has to happen, we're definitely going with Netflix. I know that will get some red flags from some of you because of Netflix's position when it comes to releasing films in theaters. Still, I believe that folks have weaponized their nostalgia about the theater going experience to the point where they become blind to the fact that going to the movies has become a pricey and annoying effort for many families. Setting the theater stuff aside, I would love to see how Peter Safran and James Gunn's DC Studios would function under the Netflix banner. In terms of films, we would most likely be looking at what we've been seeing already, a combination of targeted theatrical runs along with a streaming release. I think we would see the same thing with the series. Those seasons would most likely be broken into parts or volumes. If Gunn could make weekly drops happen, that would definitely be preferred. On the plus side, Netflix is known to be more creatively protective of the artists that work for them. sometimes to a fault, than a number of other studios, streamers. In addition, the streamer's global reach is substantial and continues to grow. We're talking more than just programming when you consider the number of studios Netflix has established worldwide. On the downside, algorithms. Another reason why I advocate for the Netflix buyout is simple. Netflix does more streaming television shows than theatrical releases. And when DC was at its apex, I'm talking about gold prime years of DC. I'm speaking about the Arrowverse, when we had Jeff Johns, comic book royalty, and Mark Guggenheim at the helm running the Arrowverse. We got some of the best Detective Comics quality TV that you will ever get. There will never be another Arrowverse. We will look back on the Arrowverse and we will have nothing but good things to say. I promise you that. And with a company like Netflix taking over, I can see the Arrowverse getting rebuilt. I mean, they kind of did something like that with the Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Netflix type Marvel stuff. Y'all forget Netflix kicked that off. That was their idea. They kicked off that, and everybody loved Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil. They get the right people, because Netflix will put the right people into play to make it happen. Netflix is the way to go. They also have a 67% renewal rate. That's 12% higher than other streaming services. So we know 9 times out of 10, when we get a show like The Lanterns, we'll get multiple seasons. We cannot do this one and done stuff, or 2 seasons is over. Now we have to build this thing. Let it simmer. Put it in the crock pot. Let that thing slow cook. Y'all know when y'all put the meal in the crock pot, it ain't like the stove, man. It ain't like the oven. The crock pot might simmer overnight with all them herbs and spices, and about time you put it on your plate, man, it's like heaven in your mouth, baby. It's like heaven in your mouth. And DC could be heaven on your TV screen with a Netflix buyout. I would also love to see DC do something with Apple. That is my second choice of company if Warner Brothers is to sell. I would like Apple to get a small percentage, because Apple has an even higher rate of show renewals at 90.7%. 90.7%. Hey, you can bet your house on that. We gonna get 3 to 4 seasons of Lanterns. We gonna get multiple seasons of Booster Gold. Now, this will definitely limit theatrical releases. This is not saying that it won't happen, but they will be limited. But who cares if we're getting good quality TV? Who cares if we're getting an up-to-date Arrowverse, Netflixverse, Appleverse? Like, come on, man. The Arrowverse was peak. That's where DC was thriving at. So let's go back to what works. Those 2 companies I would love to see DC make a partnership with. We already have a blueprint with how the Arrowverse was built from Jeff Johns and Mark Guggenheim. We followed the blueprint. We rebuilt this thing, updated, get us some TV stars. Get us some TV stars and build it on the back of our stars. So yes, I'm fully advocating for a Netflix buyout or a possible partnership with Apple. I doubt it would happen, but these are my thoughts. Let's jump back into this article. Things could get interesting for DC Comics. I can't see Netflix not realizing that we wouldn't have DC Studios if it weren't for the universes created by DC Comics. Creators for generations. That said, I could see them looking to reduce the number of titles produced and launch a push for digital online as opposed to physical copies. 2 moves that would definitely be met with serious pushback. In addition, I'm just going to put it out there. DC Studios, Comics, a comics universe directly connected to and in canon with DC Studios, DCU. Again, this is all just pure speculation, so please take it with a 10-ton grain of salt. But the vibe out there is that Warner Brothers Discovery will not be the same company we're seeing today and in 6 months. but it's never too soon to start looking at options. And Leavesden, David Zaslav, President and CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery, will serve as President and CEO. The leadership team will include. So this article was written by Ray Fluke. Shout out to him from Bleeding Cool. Now, I just have to say this. The reason why Marvel Studios was so successful, because we can't sit up here and pretend like every Marvel movie is great. Far from it. Best comic book movie ever made is what? The Dark Knight. So suck it, Infinity War fans. Nah, but on a serious note, Marvel has stability, y'all. They start something and they finish it. You know what I mean? They started the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and what are they doing? Finishing it. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. They're constantly building. Yeah, they might drop a dud here and there. You might have your Secret Invasions. You know what I'm saying? Some haters might say your Black Mac Cap. But for the most part, they finish what they started. They continue to build and continue to build and continue to build. DC has not had that kind of stability. I mean, once the Snyderverse got up and running, once it got up and going, it was that quick. It was already done. And it was built on the back of stars. See, that's what Scott Snyder, to me, is doing better than James Gunn. Scott Snyder was casting bona fide stars for his movie. So even if the movie was a little bit meh, that star power would still take it to the next level and still bring in fans and bring in new fans, maybe just because they might like that actor. DC doesn't have time. It's over. Nobody is waiting for another reboot and another reboot. We're not trying to wait 5 to 10 years. I mean, Marvel is in phase 6 for God's sake, and DC haven't even completed no phase. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is bad news for them. What if a new company does buy them out and says, you know what, we're trying something totally different, getting James Gunn out of here, we're getting all this out of here, or just have lackluster interest in it. You have to be dedicated to these movies for them to work. Everybody has to be on board. It's not just the actors, it's not just the writers, it's the producers. Man, it's the freaking stage and the costume guys. Everybody has to be fully invested to make a great movie. And when you bring in a new regime, they're like, yo, these ain't my guys. These ain't my guys. Kind of like a new coach. You know what I'm saying? When he get hired and the quarterback stinking up, he like, yo, this ain't my guy. I'ma draft my guy. And then y'all can judge me once I draft my guy. You feel me? So it's not good news for James Gunn. Getting a whole new set of bosses that might be like, well, we was never into the Guardians of the Galaxy anyways. I mean, who gave this guy the job? You never know how these new people are thinking. Once a new regime is in, everything is up for grabs. The DC world needs stability, and they're talking about cutting down physical copies of comics? Why would you want to do that? DC Comics been crushing Marvel when it comes to the quality of comics they've been putting out. And some of the most popular ongoing runs going right now. Batman and Superman World's Finest, the DC KO event, the new Batgirl. I mean, these are highly talked about and good quality runs. When it comes to the comics, they have been totally doing their thing. If anything, y'all need to push up the animation, because also DC runs shit when it comes to the animated world. We all love our DC animated movies. Who knows where that goes when we get this new regime in? Who knows where it goes, man? We need stability in the DCU. There is no DCU right now. I have so many people that say they're not even interested in none of the movies because none of them gonna link together. None of them gonna build a world, and they're just done with it. It seems like another hard reset could be on the way, man. Another one already. Marvel is in phase 6, you guys. Phase 6, and we still still doing Batman Crime Alley movies, dog. Come on, man. We still doing Batman origin story movies, man. I'm being completely honest. The Superman movie wasn't groundbreaking. You know, I mean, it was okay. It was just okay after the rewatch. It was just okay. Imagine how they feel now. Did it do its numbers? I think it put in about 700 mil, but everything is shifting to anime and manga. Demon Slayer done blew Marvel and DC out of the water right now, man. And these are IPs that are brand new IPs being established within the last 15 years. Batman and Superman been around since the 50s and the 60s, and they can't outsell this new stuff. Believe me, they're looking at that. They're looking at these analytics. Is it really worth us investing? Is it really worth it? Nobody wants to wait 10 years for DCU to hop up off the ground. Nobody's waiting that long, man. They gotta draw interest now, and they have to do it fast. I mean, it blows my mind that we only have just one Justice League movie, the most recognized IP outside of Batman on Detective Comics, and we have one lousy movie of Justice League. That is just criminal. That is just criminal. The Suicide Squad game was a flop. I mean, it's just been all bad for DC lately, and this news is very depressing. As a DC fan, I am not stoked about this news because they could just bring anybody in, get rid of James Gunn, and start it over again. Another reboot, man. No, I'm not ready. Don't play with my anxiety like that, man. Us DC fans, we got bad nerves, y'all. We got bad nerves, man. Y'all playing with us, man. We got bad nerves, man. It's not fair. It's not fair. If I gotta listen to another Marvel fan gloat in my face, oh, it's up. Oh, it's up. I'ma put my hands around a neck like this. I swear to God, I'ma pull out the James Gunn for real. Bop, 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 bop. Nah, but I'm serious. This is not good news. Anytime the parent company is getting sold, changes will be getting made. Big changes will be getting made. Let's just hope that it don't affect James Gunn's 5 to 10 year plan for the DC studios. I'm your boy, Super Duper Deuces.